Alrighty, Heidi ho. Welcome, one and all, to the Scorched Earth Political Podcast. I'm your host, John. Oh, what a beautiful day in the neighborhood on Wednesday, April 9th. Hope this finds you well. Hope you survived Taco Tuesday. First of all, what I need you to do is hit that like and subscribe button. Okay? I don't see you doing it yet. I'm watching you. Also, leave some comments. Seems like we have some people who want to join an urban squirrel network. I don't know. Insanity shows itself in many different forms. There's the obvious Trump derangement syndrome. Well, that's actually coherent mental philosophy, but just different other things, right? I don't have my water, so I had to go to In-N-Out and get a beverage. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. It's how I get my youthful appeal. So, I'm in my home away from home, Las Vegas. And I went to go see a movie today, but our MO is I take my parents up here. My dad, as soon as he gets here, he can't wait to go home. He loves his home. He doesn't want to leave it. My mom, she likes to get out. Right? She likes to do some stuff. She wants to, when you're 85, man, how many more trips out of the house do you got, right? Other than the doctors. So when we come up here, it is literally like Groundhog Day, right? We wake up in the morning. I got to eat 3 meals, right? Because they take medicine on every meal, right? Literally, I'm becoming like the Hindenburg, right? So we go to breakfast, then they go out and they play some slot machines. And, they did well in life. They're comfortable. I wouldn't say they're rich, but they're comfortable, right? And my mom goes out and she will put $20 or $40 in a slot machine. And they'll do this right after breakfast. We will meet up for a movie about 11 o'clock. And when I see them, I know what's coming. We were going to win. They knew we were going to win. They changed the machine on us. They zapped it. The camera saw me. They had a guy with a zapper. I don't even know what the hell a zapper is. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, and they took the whole $40. I'm never gambling again. All right, Mom, we've got 3 more days here. This is really okay. All right. So then I heard that, and I it's really like water off a duck's back. I'm used to it. Like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm glad you caught him, Mom. I'm glad you caught him. And here's the thing. Obviously, slot machines, like every other game in the casino, are slanted towards the house, right? They didn't build those casinos on winners, right? I get it. But they just can't get into the slot machine. And I tried to explain that to her, like they can't really do that because if they got into the computer chip or whatever the mechanization, the algorithm, whatever you want to say, then somebody could use that to cheat against them. It makes sense, right? Because there's 1 or 2 people out there who will try and cheat. Yeah, that's why we have criminal statutes, right? So we go to see a movie today. It's called The Working Man with Jason Statham. My mom loves Jason Statham. I don't know if you can have lust at 85 years old, but maybe that's what's going down. Because when Jason Statham comes out with a movie, we got to go see it. We straight up got to go see it, okay? I know a lot of you out there are saying, gee, John, you remind me of Jason Statham. Thank you. Thank you. And so, God, how absurd is this world? And so we go to the movie, and the movie is the premise. He is an ex-military op from Britain. He is going to go work for a family construction company in Chicago. They're building a high-rise. And I've been in commercial construction for over 30 years. And it was, first of all, it was written by Sylvester Stallone. Okay? Let me explain to you how far out of touch this guy is, okay? This is like taking light. The daughter of the construction family, the Garcia family, gets abducted at a club, okay? So the movie starts out, he's on the construction side, and he gets all the workers together, and he says, hey, we got a big day today, do well, and I'll give you a bonus. Yeah, Now, that's not how construction works. If you go over to the other side, off the rails, you'll see me and Scott talk about construction. And let me tell you how construction really works. Hey, if we don't get X, Y, and Z done, you're all fired. It's no, you're going to get a bonus, whatever, bring in the tamales. No, it doesn't work that way, right? So he's the benevolent superintendent on the job. Everybody loves him. Everybody brings in food. Of course, they're bringing in food. They want to keep their job, right? They don't want to get cut when the layoffs come. So they go into the office, and supposedly this family, Michael Pena and his wife, they're the Garcias, who run this construction company. They are explaining what happens in the business. They go, oh, we got a lot of trucks out there. We got a lot of vendors. We got to make sure we get their checks cut today. And I'm like, what? Sylvester Stallone, this isn't 1971. Like, people live on credit. Like, when you see the Frito-Lay guy go into a store, do you see him waiting for a check? Let me tell you something. If he's waiting for a check, that store is about to go under. They're not going to be around, right? So then the girl goes to the club, right? And she gets abducted. They grab her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, in this world, she's got a cell phone. They track the cell phone. Like, what girl is going anywhere without the cell phone? Hello? They don't even address that. It went down from there. Not even going to get into it. You want to go see it? You got lust there for Jason Statham? You go. You go get your lust on. Good luck there. I'm going to wait for the amateur coming out this week. All right. Friends and foes, sinners and saints, we're off and running, taking no prisoners, telling no lies. Obviously, the biggest story in the world is the tariffs, right? It is literally engulfing everything. And, you know, people are going to believe what they're going to believe. The markets are just crashing at historic levels, right? I mean, like COVID, like 2008, like 1929 type of levels, right? I'm not here to freak you out, but I'm here to fucking freak you out, okay? So Trump, on Tuesday, embraced and doubled down on the tariffs. Now, Wall Street went down during the day, and the people in Wall Street, they're looking for any life preserver being thrown off the Titanic. They're looking for anything, right? They're looking for any tweet, any innuendo, anything written on an outhouse wall. They're looking for anything that's going to say, hey, he's going to pause tariffs. Okay? And then look, I know he's went back and forth plenty of times, right? It's like Liz Taylor and Richard Burton keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Pam and Tommy, back and forth, back and forth. Well, that was a different thing. But, so now, these countries, he instituted, the tariffs start at midnight tonight, or last night, I guess, if you're going to see this in the morning. And these countries are sending delegations and negotiators to America to try and cut a deal, a new deal. Forget the deal he cut in his first term. We need a new deal. And I'm sure if they're smart, they'll book accommodations at Mar-a-Lago, right? Let's call it what it is. The one who gets the lowest tariff is the one who gets the executive suite, who books the executive suite at Mar-a-Lago for a pricey $2 million a night. Sign me up. Yeah, right? So Japan and South Korea are en route as we speak. Italy just booked flights, got an Airbnb, I'm sure. And Ukraine is trying to figure out how to call a timeout in the war with Russia to come on over and negotiate their tariff. Now, here's the really cute part is Ukraine has a 10% tariff, right? Russia has zero. Russia was the aggressor. Like Christ effing sakes. How the hell did that happen, right? Carolyn Leavitt, White House press secretary, said, phones have been ringing off the hook. They wanting to talk to the administration, this president, and his trade team to try and strike a deal. Seems also like the CEOs of American companies are dialing him up too, because they're destroying their businesses. Yeah, this is exactly, if you remember, like Trump's solution to COVID. Just inject the patient with bleach. You know, it's going to get rid of the COVID. Of course, it's going to kill the patient, but hey, don't worry about it. We're gonna get America on a good trade footing. Of course, it's going to destroy all our businesses, who for the last 80 years have been built on a free trade model. Yeah, sure, we can just do a pivot like John Travolta on the dance floor, right? Maybe they can trot out Howard Lufnick, right? Social Security doesn't matter guy. You remember him from a couple weeks ago? And this guy, this guy is great. He's the guy who came out when the market was crashing last week. He said, no, everything's good. The machines are working. Oh, okay. I'm glad they're keeping an accurate account of how our 401ks are getting decimated. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man, right? We haven't seen this kind of PR going on since Charlie Sheen went on his Tiger Blood and Winning tour. Yeah, that worked out real well. He's still trying to get back to 2.5 men. Huh. So Tuesday, listen to this nugget. Ted Cruz, I guess he made it back from Cancun, said, there are voices in the White House that want high tariffs forever. There are angels and demons sitting on President Trump's shoulders. Who does he listen to? I hope he listens to the angels. Let me ask you something straight up, Ted. Did the devil ever listen to an angel? You got to understand who you're talking to, right? Christ's sakes, right? But Trump responded to Cruz's tweet by saying, I know what the hell I'm doing. This is the guy who bankrupted 6 companies. It's going well. It's going well. All right. That's it for today. Don't be sad because it's over. Be happy because we're sharing this together. I love you all. We're going to make it through. We're on the side of right. I don't know what it's going to look on the other side, but we're going to be in it together, like the Beverly Hillbillies. All right, hit that like and subscribe button. I love you all, and I'll see you soon.